What's up, guys? It's Ninings here, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Eagles-Lions game that happened last Sunday. I know I'm pretty late to it, but I still wanted to, get it in this week just to say my thoughts. And I have a lot of other exciting stuff that I'm going to be doing for the Vikings game, which I'll be getting to, in this video. I know the gaming videos are doing exactly what I did, last year, and other videos for my channel. I am doing a lot of sports videos, and you don't really see a lot of game videos. Hopefully, after these Lions and Eagles Vikings talks, I can get the schedule again, and this time actually follow the schedule and do more gaming videos. But we'll see. I just want to get these videos out as quickly as possible. Before we get into the video, please subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of the videos. We're at 247, 3 away from 250, 53 away from 300 subs in total. Let's get there. And we're 50 views away from 11,000. Super close to those milestones. Please like, please comment, as long as it's not appropriate. I'll definitely look at it. And of course, please follow my socials, all links below in the description, including my Discord server. And without further ado, play that intro video. Let's get it.
And he's trying to extend! Touchdown! Philadelphia Eagles on Jalen Hurts!
Alright guys, we're back. Let's get right into the video. First segment is obviously gotta be the stats and scores of the game. I know I kind of sound like a robot right now, but let's get into it. Obviously, even if you really I don't really think anybody has not seen it. I mean, it's the NFL. This game is over. It's been a few days. Yep, you know the score obviously, but just in case, let's just say the score anyways. 38-35, the Philadelphia Eagles win over the Detroit Lions in Detroit, at Ford Field. Right, so as you can see right now on the slide, think about it correctly. Yes, so I'm not gonna have all of the statistics up there. That's gonna be like way too much room that I gotta have. I'm gonna have most tacklers, leading in sacks, corner got an interception. Basically a player who got an interception. The quarterbacks, only 2 in the game, Hurts and Goff. And of course, I'll say them for both teams. But what you're hearing right now, I'm going to say the full stats, right now with my voice. And then on the slide, I'm just going to show, the leaders in those categories. All right, so let's go on to the Philadelphia Eagles to start. Jalen Hurts, 18 completions, for 32 attempts. Pretty... that's not a really good incompletion to completion ratio, but he got 243 yards on the air alone. No touchdowns, no picks. And really quickly, I just want to say I will not tolerate the Hurts slander whatsoever. A lot of those incompletions were because the Lions were sending a lot of pressure. They're blitzing, and Hurts had to either just throw it incomplete, or he had to run for the first down, which he did. By the way, Jalen Hurts, 17 carries, 90 yards, and he did get a rushing touchdown. It was a play action. Not a play action fade. It was an option, and he went in easily, into the end zone, right? So, but still, as you can see from AJ Brown's stat line, Jalen Hurts' connection to AJ Brown was excellent. He's really delivering the ball, accurately, right where it needed to be. Obviously, there was that one throw that was just pretty low. Still went to AJ Brown because he catches literally everything. But even so, even so though, I still think Jalen Hurts was delivering the ball accurately as well. And again, getting it right where it needed to be, which I already mentioned. So that's that. Right, so I just want to mention that really quickly, because I still do not understand the Jalen Hurts hate, from this game. He saved us in a lot of situations where we need to get a first down, and he used his legs, to get the first down. And people say he's literally running back. Well, 243 yards passing on 18 completions literally says otherwise. So there you go. Miles Sanders, 13 carries, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. My favorite player, Miles Sanders, finally scoring. Last season he did not get into the end zone whatsoever, and there we go. Got in the end zone finally on 13 carries, 96 yards. Not bad whatsoever. Honestly, really good. If you got more carries and you hit 20, that's definitely hitting the 100 mark. So amazing game from Miles Sanders. Kenneth Gainwell, 5 carries, 20 yards, 1 touchdown. Boston Scott, 4 carries, 10 yards, 1 touchdown. All of our running backs and our quarterback. So our quarterback and all of our running backs for this game scored a touchdown. Amazing. The ground attack was doing excellent. You can also say the same for the Lions ground attack too, if we're being honest. But receiving wise, A.J. Brown, obviously the elephant in the room, 10 receptions, 155 yards, no touchdowns. However, still 155 yards and 10 receptions. I think that's the most in a Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver debut. So amazing, A.J. Brown, excellent debut. Dallas Goedert, 3 receptions, 60 yards, no touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, 2 receptions, 12 yards. By the way, no receivers got any touchdowns, so I'm just going to skip the touchdown part. Miles Sanders, or all the guys who did catch the ball, 2 receptions, 9 yards. Zach Pascal, 1 reception, 7 yards. Devontae Smith, no catches. Noah Togiai, no catches. And I don't even see Quez Watkins on this list, which is very concerning. I'm going to mention that in my concern segment. Marcus Epps led tackles. Behind him, T.J. Edwards, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Darius Slay almost had that pick, drop in his hands. However, it was pretty much a no-fly zone, at least most of the game. A couple of plays, could have. I don't know. I was watching that game, and if I did miss, where he missed coverage, then I apologize. But at least in my view, for most of the game, he was locked down. He was not allowing anything on the air, right? So yeah, there you go. And of course, Kaiser White with the tip assist to James Bradbury, took it to the house for a pick 6. Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, the 2 vets, combined for a sack. Jake Elliott, 8 points. He did get a field goal, 1 for 1. Boom. Let's go to the Lions. Right. Jared Goff, 21 for 37, 215 yards. 2 passing touchdowns, but 1 interception, which is also the pick 6. So you could say technically he threw for 3 touchdowns, but one of those touchdowns was to the wrong team. So you can put it that way. Jared Goff, when we were getting pressure on him, we were forcing incompletions. Obviously, there's a miscommunication. I forgot if it was T.J. Hawkinson who was running that route, but I think Goff wanted to, throw it in the sideline, and T.J. Hawkinson or whoever that was did not, and then he just either miscommunication or he just misread it and tipped right to Kaiser. James Bradbury got it, and that was a pick 6. Let's go. Right, DeAndre Swift, 15 carries, 144 yards, 1 touchdown. 11 carries, 28 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jamal Williams. 2 carries, 9 yards. Even Goff, had it going. Dude, they killed us on the run. They absolutely dismantled us. Their running backs absolutely dismantled us. DeAndre Smith and Jamal Williams as well. Right, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 receptions, 64 yards, 1 touchdown. DJ Chark, 4 receptions, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson got 4 receptions, 38 yards. DeAndre Swift, 3 receptions, 31 yards. By the way, the rest did not get a touchdown. Josh Reynolds got a single reception for 28. Jamal got a single reception for 2. And Khalif Raymond did not get any catches. Tracy Walker, got 8 tackles. He was the leading tackler. Behind him with Jeff Okudah and Alex Anzalone. And Deshaun Elliott. No picks for those Lions defense, but Tracy Walker did get a sack on Hurts. Right? And of course, I think it's Austin. Yeah, Austin Siebert. Just checked. Got 5 points. No field goals attempted. This is those 5 touchdowns the Lions scored. 3 on the run, 2 on the pass. And that is it for the stats. Let's start it on a high note. By the way, first, let me just mark this down. And there we go. All right. And let's get on to the what we did right segment. Okay, so obviously we did do something right because we did win this game. I'm not trying to say we didn't do anything right. I do have concerns for this game, but obviously we did do something right. I was happy about a lot of stuff in the game. there's still some stuff I'm concerned about. You know what I mean? Yeah, even though I'm concerned about this stuff, I'm still happy we got the win anyways. We're 1-0. Amazing. Now it's on to Minnesota Vikings week. Really, really fun. Right? So, first of all, let's just go with what we did right first. All right, so let's go with the offense first. I love how we did with the running game. At first, we just kept passing. You know, option plays included. Hurts had to get out and run for the first down, and we didn't. I was like, are we really continuing this again? You know, not handing off the ball, you know, stuff like that. And are we really doing that shenanigan again like we did last season? But then we finally started handing off the ball, and Miles Sanders was really productive. Sure, 13 carries and 96 yards, but I mean, hey, finally scored after, you know, the last season where he did not score at all. This is still a big improvement. Just need Miles to stay healthy and, you know, just keep running dangerous, you know, this is what he does really well. You know, finding a hole in the offensive line. And you saw that one play, you know, Miles Sanders, he was going to the inside, but oh no, there was completely stuffed. Then he bounced to the outside and ran past the sticks for a first down. And you saw that right there. And not only did that help, you know, Jalen Hurts' QB sneak was extremely clutch, and that QB sneak won us the game, and we just needed out for the win in Detroit. Wow. That was, by the way, Detroit fans, good games to you guys. Keep y'all's head up. Y'all did great this game. This was a big fight, you know, a really good fight between us two teams, you know. This Lions team has definitely improved. It has a lot of heart, especially under Dan Campbell. So I wish you the best of luck this season, Detroit Lions fans. You know, again, that head coach you have in Dan Campbell, you know, that running back core you have, those talented wide receivers you have, dang, man. I know you guys had injuries to this offensive line. Actually, I think a few here in this game too, and you continue to have injuries to your offensive line. But I hope your offensive line gets better. And you guys keep rolling this season. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way. Anyways, going back to what I was gonna say. What was this? Oh yeah, I was just talking about how close the game was and how Miles, you know, had that really clutch run. So I still really love, you know, how running backs of this game, Kenneth and Boston Scott also scored, even though they only had 4 to 5 carries, you know, and they barely got. I think Boston only barely got double digit. He hit right at 10. Kenneth had 1 more carry and he hit for 10 more than that, so a perfect 20. Even so, though, in the red zone, we scored with Gainwell and Boston Scott, so that's really nice. I'm really excited for Kenneth Gainwell's. What was I going to say? I'm trying to think of the word. Development. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Really excited for Kenneth Gainwell's development. Glad he scored here. Boston Scott, obviously, the Giants slayer, but we did not play the Giants, you know, that early into the season anyways. But even so, glad to see him score here. Jalen Hurts the option touchdown. And I really love, I mean, obviously, but A.J. Brown's debut was excellent. 10 receptions, only 55 yards. He was catching everything thrown his way, you know, getting yards after the catch. He was hard to bring down. That was a real nightmare for the Lions defense. They struggled tremendously against him. So not really much to say here for A.J. Brown. Just want to mention that. Let's go on to what went right on the defense. So I know the defense is the big talk of town and Jonathan Gannon, but I really liked how our pass defense performed. It was only the fourth quarter where it actually started to fall apart and it did not look good whatsoever. So I just really want to quickly mention that. Oh, and completely forgot some guys I want to say on the defense that I think had a really great game and they showed out. Marcus Epps and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, our 2 safeties, were great this game. C.J. Gardner-Johnson as well, doing, you know, all he can to just stop that offense on the field, you know, deflecting passes, you know, tackling the guys so obviously he cannot get that first down. C.J. Gardner-Johnson was doing all this game. Lovely to see him in Philly. He's really made for the city, and I'm glad, you know, he had a great game and he had fun this game, and we got out the win. So welcome to Philly, CJ. All right, now Marcus Epps as well did a really good job, you know, in that safety position with C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Kaiser White had a productive day. T.J. Edwards is not bad. Darius Slay was not allowing anything, but he really should have caught that pick. Seriously. But Yeah, I'm gonna say talk about the defensive line, the concerns actually. I don't know, this defensive line, not really much to be happy about here. I know that's not generally on the players. It's kind of more on Gannon. I know. I'm gonna start this next segment soon. The concerns, area concerns. Oh my god, I just stuttered. Area concerns right now. Let's start the segment right now. Actually, good segue into it because I was just gonna say, how I actually have concerns about the defensive line, and I just realized that's really what I want to say about what we did right. I mean, me just saying two things, that's not saying two or three things. That's not saying we barely did anything right. That's just what came into my mind. As of now, I talked about how Jalen Hurts did great. AJ Brown, defensive players that showed out the running game. So I didn't talk about nothing, but obviously there's still some area concerns, and here we are on the next segment. Oh boy, let's start with the defensive concerns. Oh yeah, this is the big elephant in the room. Yikes, that run defense was just not fun to watch. That tackling, not fun to watch. We had those problems last season, and it still has not, at least it hasn't, how can I say this? It's just not looked like it's improved. I mean, obviously with the new players, you need to adjust, and settle into things, but I just look, I get it. DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams are not garbage tier running backs. They're pretty solid running backs. I love the rushing game Detroit has, but that's still no excuse to allow that yardage. And I know the Lions are an improved team, but giving up 35 points to them, I did not really have that in plan. Sure, I mean, 21 points, maybe that's even pushing it. I get it, the Lions are an improved team, and I'm not trying to sell them out right now. It's just, 35 points though, giving up that amount. And there was a moment in the game, like at the end of the half, I was like, wow, we're riding high. We just need to keep it going. Lions scored, and I was like, okay, we'll score again. We did. All right, I was like, okay, we're fine. Lions scored again. And then I was like, okay, if we just keep scoring, even though I would have loved for our defense to stop anyways, we would be fine. But then it came to the moment where it became 38-35. I was like, oh my God, are we actually about to lose this game? If we didn't convert, then we could have actually lost this game, and that's when I finally started to get worried. But thankfully, we got the win. Man, pass defense, like I said, fell apart, fourth quarter, I would say. And yeah, the run defense and tackling just struggled, just practically most of the game, I would say. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. But another thing, defensive line that I just said that I want to talk about. Oh, look, when we got pressure on Goff, I saw him flustered. I saw him, throwing it away, throwing it for an incompletion. That also sometimes caused a 3-and-out, forcing the Lions to punt. And we still barely pressured the quarterback. I believe I saw a stat on there. Goff was one of the quickest passers to throw week one. That is unacceptable. That's absolutely unacceptable. In the fourth quarter, again, like I said, that was when the pass defense started to fall apart, but not having pressure on the D-line affects that as well. That is unacceptable that we let Jared Goff do whatever he wanted to that fourth quarter. Throwing to Amon-Ra, St. Brown, DJ Chark, even running it for a first down, even though we could have easily got him, behind the sticks. That's just unacceptable. Unacceptable. I know I'm overreacting. I'm already getting into a rant, even though we won this game. Yeah, I know that is pretty petty of me, but I don't know. If we do this to the Lions, then how are we gonna do this against other better teams? Like better teams, in this schedule this year. I'm just saying. I just want this team to succeed, especially for the better teams. I mean, obviously, I want this team to succeed, but we just can't make a habit of what we did this game against the Lions. All right, and we didn't. Dan, you put Marlon Tuipulotu over. I mean, no offense to Marlon Tuipulotu, but Jordan Davis, when he was on the field, on the field in this game, it already made an impact. Jordan Davis is great against the run, and he did not put him there at the defensive tackle position, in the interior defensive line. You didn't do that. That just I don't get that. Again, no hate to Marlon Tuipulotu, but Jordan Davis, when he was on the field there, he made an impact, especially against the run. So that just baffles me. But even so, let's since this video is getting a little long, that's all I have for the defensive concerns. This is still the area concern segment. I just need to go on to the offense now. All right, offense. And you're probably saying Nightings, well, you just praise the offense a lot. I know, but I only have one little, not one little thing. It's kind of big, and at least in my opinion. One thing I wanted to mention: how we just did not spread the ball around. I get it. Look, AJ Brown had a day, and I'm not taking that away from him as well. That was excellent, but we got to do that with AJ Brown, and we still got to take advantage of our other receivers and Goddard as well. I know. Did we still win the game with AJ Brown getting those many receptions? I mean, yeah. I mean, it worked, didn't it? Worked at the end, but still, against other teams, they're gonna see, even though they already thought AJ Brown before, this week 1 game was gonna be tough, and he's gonna be a great player. Now it's just gone up a level. 10 receptions, 155 yards. It's not a surprise AJ Brown is doing good, but the way we targeted him, now teams are going to take advantage of that. And even though Brown is hard to guard, hard to bat a pass away from him, and especially hard to tackle, against tougher teams, we can't just target Brown. I mean, obviously targeting Brown he's our wide receiver 1. You obviously do that, but it's better teams. I don't just want to see that. Not even just targeting AJ Brown, how one-dimensional and how predictable our offense was. Steichen and Sirianni, I'm honestly disappointed in you guys. I know that's really harsh to say, disappointed on the first game. I know, but I'm happy we won, but against better teams, I just saying that's not gonna fly. Predictable, I said a lot of options in my video. Going back to the keys of the game, some of those keys of the game were pretty much ignored, like get pressure to Goff, fluster him. That we did sometimes, but heck no, we didn't do nearly as much as we needed to. Spread the ball around. They completely ignored that. Completely. And I know they're not listening to this video. I'm just saying metaphorically, but and I'm still, again, I'm not taking this away from AJ Brown. He had an excellent game. It's just saying, it's better teams. You cannot do that. I mean, Dallas got a 3 receptions, 60 yards. I do remember that great fake by Hurts, and he passed to the left side, down the sideline, got a first down and way more. We need more of that. Devontae Smith, I know he did drop one, but he only got 3 to 4 targets. Quez Watkins didn't even get targeted, it seems. I could not even see him in this offense, and I'm so excited for him, along with Smith and Pascal. Pascal only got a 1 reception, 7 yards. That's just, I don't know about that, Chief. I really don't. And I understand, Hurts running. It was not as, I mean, obviously, if the pocket's collapsing, no one's open, you gotta run for that. And seeing how Hurts is extremely athletic and mobile, he's really good at doing that as well. And I mean, he saved us on plays where we need the first down, of course. But it's just running game though. They handed off the ball pretty well, and they got a lot of yardage. All running backs scored a touchdown, which is good. It's just the receiving game. I was not disappointed because again, AJ Brown had a great day, which means our receiving game had a great day, especially with Hurts on the helm. AJ Brown catching passes, but we still got to spread the ball around, and our offense needs to be more creative than that, because that was just frustrating to me how other wide receivers did not really nearly get his target as much. Even so, though, again, I keep saying this, I'm still glad we got the win, and yeah, that is it for the areas of concern. Now let's end on a high note. Let's move on to the last segment of the day. The next game against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not really gonna say what we need to do that game, because if you haven't known already, I'm gonna be collabing with Purple Pocket Podcast, for an episode where we'll record something from my channel and I'll make it a video premiere. Then I'll go on his channel on Sunday and I'll be live with him, chopping up with him and talking about the game, Minnesota Vikings game. But yeah, Minnesota. I'm just gonna say like a few things we just need to take care of, but I won't go in too depth about it. Basically, that Minnesota Vikings offense looks really nice. Kirk looked really, really good. With the Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. Even though Adam Thielen, did not really get as targeted as much, but even when he did get the ball, he still caught it. He still got extra yards. Still productive that game. I just did not nearly see him as much as Justin Jefferson, which is to be expected. It's not really a surprise. KJ Osborne is a wide receiver number 3. Jalen Rager's returned to Philly. Heck, with all those weapons for Kirk, they still got a solid rushing game too. That offense looks nice for Minnesota. You got Dalvin Cook, who I don't know how to say this. They were more into the passing game that game against the Green Bay Packers for sure. But I mean, Dalvin, I believe, still got 70-ish yards, and I forgot how many carries. I think so. I'll double check right now. Vikings. Right, and this is going to be stats for Dalvin Cook. Right, 20 carries, 90 yards. Excuse me, that is clearly my bad. No touchdowns. Hey, for Dalvin Cook, not as productive as Dalvin Cook can be, but I mean, again, that was literally a passing game for Minnesota. You can see Kirk Cousins, 23-32, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was excellent that game. 9 receptions, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns for J. Jets. What? Yeah, that is absolutely game-changing. Absolutely game-changing. And again, with how our run defense is struggling this game, I wouldn't be surprised that the Vikings are very balanced and they do well in the passing game and running up the gut with Dalvin Cook, and he has a good game. Unless, we have a long week, unless Gannon gets it together. Because I am really, really frustrated how he's been coaching this defense. Seriously. I mean, all of this, not playing press coverage, getting the secondary back, not playing press man, if you know what that is. It's where the corner, gets right up into the wide receiver, not playing zone. Was it deep zone? I don't think it was deep zone. It was just playing off the receiver. I'm trying to explain. Playing off the receiver. It was not pressing the receiver. Defense. I know. I mean, the blitzing. I don't even know what's about blitzing. I mean, blitzing does get the pressure, but just getting pressure in any way whatsoever, that's just key for us. And just all this not putting Jordan Davis, instead of Marlon Tuipulotu, because Jordan Davis really made an impact on the Lions' run game when he was in there. It's just Gannon, all these mistakes, tackling as well. I mean, that we've had a struggle with last season, and that's still annoying that we're still seeing it. Really disappointed in how the run defense did. Again, I know new players are trying to settle in, adjust to this team, but I hope this long week, comes good of us, and, we fix these mistakes for week 2. I still know it's early in the season, so it might take us longer for that to, finally adjust and settle in, even though we had a preseason before. I know that's a little weird saying adjust, even though we're already in the regular season, but, it's just, now it's go time game, and let's go. Get your guys ready, fix these mistakes, these mental mistakes, stuff like that, especially just, not pressing, not run defense, getting ripped to shreds, defensive line not getting enough pressures, because if you saw the corners and safeties, and the linebackers, they were playing, I mean, not really linebackers, it's more the secondary. They're playing off the receiver. They were probably like 10 yards out, stuff like that. They were playing not very far back, obviously, but they were playing far back. Like, not very far back, but you know what I mean. They were just playing back. They were not pressed up into the wide receivers. Gosh, I have such a hard time explaining that. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But that's what I'm trying to say, if you get what I mean. That's just, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Gannon, man, I'm like on the thin edge right now with you. I know that's mean to say, but I can't with you right now, Gannon. I just need you to step it up. and big season. I know it's easier said than done, but all these mistakes and not having a player who can impact, especially when he was making an impact in this game, not having him on for most plays and only having him on for a select few games, not getting pressure, not letting the defensive line get pressure, even though it was clearly working on Jared Goff. Pass defense again. I don't really have a lot of issues with that, even though I really don't like the idea of not, playing press man, or at least not playing press man a lot, because I saw most instances where, again, we were playing off the receiver, such like that. Yeah. So that is about what I wanted to say for this game. Oh, and of course, offense. I'm just gonna quickly say, just keep running the ball. Don't make this offense one-dimensional. Again, spread the ball around. That doesn't just mean you're not throwing to AJ Brown at all and throwing to other receivers. No, no. Balance the ball out. A healthy spread. Of the football for Jalen Hurts. Utilize his mobility, etc., etc. All the good stuff there. And more play action. The play action when we did run it last game worked really well. More play action, please. Options are great too, but I really want to see that play action game for sure. All right, so yeah, this video is about over. I don't really have anything else to say, so that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other videos. We're at 247, 3 away from 250, 53 away from 300. And please like, please comment as long as it's not appropriate. I'll definitely look at it. Please follow my socials and my Discord server. All links below in the description at your convenience. Remember, I believe it's going to be Friday, maybe the video is released, depending on when you're seeing this. Probably tomorrow for you. 2 days later. It's going to be on Friday, I think. The video where I talk to Purple Pocket Podcast about his Vikings and we talk about the game. And then I'll be on his channel either Saturday, Sunday. I might post a video Friday or Saturday, and then I think Sunday is where the stream will be. Definitely on his channel. We're going to be talking about Vikings, Eagles. He's a really, really great guy. He's a really great content creator. Really reliable for Minnesota Vikings content. I'm excited to talk about the game with him and his team. And that is about it for this video. This is your friend Ninings signing out. Have a great day, guys.